ma vedvisha mahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. So we are on the introduction of this great book, which is called Yoga Vasishta, one of the classic of Vedanta texts, where they talk about this existence of this. Will it not fall down? That's the extreme end.
It's okay. You don't push it. If you don't touch it, it won't fall.
But if by chance. Okay. So, we're talking about this book is very much welcomed by the Vedanta students, and this book may be good for one who is getting introduced into Vedanta. It will be good for that person. Someone can take it that way. It will be another person who can have read and understood the philosophy of Vedanta, reads this book. He can utilize this book as a reflecting source of reflection. And to some other, it may appear to be a book of contemplation, deeper contemplation. And to the knower of truth, this book is like Samadhi. It gives just once some ideas or some thought comes and he goes into Samadhi. So that is the level this book has the potential to give us this type of experience at the highest. And the creation, this philosophy will say that the creation of this universe, that it is there, but it is not there. It appears like in a dream. Dream world comes, dream world goes. When in dream it is so true. When you come out, then it is just like just an imagination, fiction of the mind. So similarly, whenever we will be awakened from this daydream, then it will appear that there is nothing. But what is there? There is that truth. There is not nothing, but no thing as such, which is limited by time, space and causation. And this book is to be how to be studied. It has been said, it is not a book like reading like a novel. It is a book. You read sometime and pause and contemplate, dive deep and touch the ground of its foundation, that is the Atman, the self, the joy, the bliss. And it said that this visible universe, though it seems like that, it is a vast appearance. It is an appearance, or it is a mere reflection without lasting reality. If we think very seriously, it is appearance, but not a lasting existence. It does not last. This split second I am seeing you, that second is gone, you are changed. I am changed. I cannot hold on any time, have any experience which is permanent. Because every split second, the objective universe, our perception, is changing. So, the visible universe will have to accept as directly a vast appearance. Only it appears. Like the laser beam, when they project in the sky, you see so many things. You go to Disneyland and you can see so many things in the sky, but you want to catch them. Is there any existence of that? No. It is visible, but it is not real. Similarly, this universe which is so tangible, visible, it is not that. It is only an appearance. And Yoga Vasishta emphasizes on page XXIII 23 at the beginning of the book, forward. So the truth, because it is that is the truth which is beyond speech and mind, cannot be understood by this misleading imagination of the mind. I am seeing through the mind, and mind is always misleading. I cannot expect that that will be the realization. The truth can be only known by tranquil mind, when the mind is almost non-existing. Mind means rippled. One thought, another thought, another thought. When mind will not ripple anymore, it will have no vibration, then that is, mind is absent, then the reality, the truth will be that is that. When you describe anything, it is your mind is active, your intellect is active, but the truth is beyond. So we did that. And the human, in the page 23, XXIII, they are refined at the bottom of the last paragraph. The truth can be known only by tranquil mind alone. And from time immemorial, human attempts has been made to express the experience in words, only give rise to many different doctrines and dogmas and fuel endless disputation. When you talk about God, your experience, you project through your mind and you create confusion among the people. All the sages, what they wanted to express, they cannot express because it is through the mind. When they come down, they have to express to the mind and the senses and the nervous system. Therefore, what they want to intend to express, cannot express. And listening to their words, we create doctrines and dogmas and this. But truth stands alone in its highest glory. So this is the point. So these different philosophies are created by human mind. The philosophers have created that. But the people of realization, that's why it is said, all the struggle in the world in the name of religion is going on and will continue to go on. My religion is highest, your religion is lowest. And my religion is the only religion which will survive at the cost of all other. This foolish talk will go on until and unless one understands is the interpretation of this group of people or that group of people or that group of people. That's why Ramakrishna said that God, who is God, what is God? He said that this all the philosophies rotate around whom? All the philosophies are rotating around one object. And no one can express perfectly. That is called the religion. It is experience. That's why I come to the point of experience. So this book tries to help us to go to the foundation, not on the doctrines and dogmas. Just this whole world is like two sides of a drum, there is a gap or an empty space. So a gap exists between each word and every drumbeat. So similarly, when the spiritual people teach us, there is a gap between our understanding and what they are wanting to say. So we did that. And if we go to 24, next page, at the bottom, all scriptures and knowledge uttered by the lips, this lip, had been defiled, but Brahman, which is unmanifest and of the nature of consciousness and true knowledge, has never been defiled. In other words, Brahman cannot be expressed, inexpressible.
Swami, what does that word mayam mean in Sanskrit? What is the root of mayam?
Where is that?
Uchishtam sarva shastrani sarva vidya.
Mukhe.
The second.
No chishtam brahmana jnanam abhyakto chetona maya. Chetona mayam. Because it is united with consciousness. It is all consciousness alone. It is only to pronounce we have made a hyphen, but it should be Chetana Mayam.
So it is of the nature of consciousness.
Actually, this world, as you are always hearing, the world is all consciousness. It is all bliss. But I am seeing it in so many ways as our mind is explaining to us. Similarly, liberation or moksha on page 25 is also beyond the range of words. And you are thinking, liberation. What is liberation? We can define liberation is going beyond the bondage, beyond the suffering, beyond all duality. But that also is beyond the range of words. Actually, liberation, who will say what is liberation if you are liberated? If you are liberated from your dream, who will say who was being liberated? There is no such person. It is only mind created that thing. You are the only reality there. So, properly understood, it is not the gaining of a vast amount of joy from somewhere else. So normally we feel this way. Moksha means liberation, liberation from bondage and suffering. And if I am liberated, what will happen? I will attain peace. I will attain joy. This is our human language. You always use it. But the question is that it is thinking that joy is somewhere else. I am forbidden from that. I am living somewhere else. No, liberation is not like that. It is your own reality. You didn't understand. So much bliss. You are that bliss. But you forgot it. And you are thinking, someone will give you bliss. That's why in our God's grace will... God's grace is there. Your grace is necessary. Understand the point? God's grace is upon us all. God is here and now. Our grace is necessary. I will have to think, yes, that is the truth, not this. But I am so much stuck into the world of this apparent reality. It makes us forget about our own real self, which is my own. And forgetting that own, we are looking at outside. So it is not gaining something. Normally we think, liberation, you have to go there and get it. It is sitting somewhere in the heaven, going to heaven. It is not going to heaven or not getting anything. It is that, it is. It is regaining your own state. Rather, you are to regain your own consciousness. People say that, I lost my consciousness. As if the consciousness he gained, I regained. That means consciousness is my nature. Falling unconscious is not my nature. And when I am in that state, I say, I am missing that, I will regain. So this concept of liberation is a very simple thing. It is not gaining anything, only to feel that you are that. And what you are that, you've forgotten, you came back to yourself. The cup is here, cup will be here. In between you forget and see it's something wrong. And then sometimes delusion goes away, I see the cup back. So cup is nothing changed. That's the example of the rope. Rope remains all the time rope. When in the darkness I am crying and weeping and jumping out of the fear of snake. Snake was not there, rope is the time, only there. So when you get to know with a flashlight someone bringing that it is the rope, did you gain anything? You didn't gain anything. Rope was there and rope is and rope will be there. Only your misconception went away. You thought, oh my God, the snake is gone. Snake is not gone anywhere. Snake didn't come from anywhere. It is the rope was there and rope is there and rope will be there. Brahman is there, Brahman will be there, and Brahman was there in the past. So the experience of the Vedanta practitioners cannot be expressed. The purpose of the Vedanta text, in reality, the goal of all scripture is to help people to turn their attention away from the visible universe where we are too much engrossed. We'll have to live in the world. But we are so focused on this world or the tidbit things of life, we don't have any perception that we are somebody beyond this. So this scripture is helping us to turn our attention towards our own, to turn the camera, selfie, to take the selfie picture. So that is the thing scriptures are helping. that you are looking only the outside, turn now this way. What is within? No, the commentator Shankara also said, the purpose of the Sravana Manana and Nididhyasana in the Vedanta is to help the spiritual practitioner to withdraw the mind from those things that are non-self. And this self, which is self-luminous, cannot be expressed in reality. Everyone it is the free Atman only. It's what a great proclamation. All of us, all free souls, now and here. It gives joy to think like that. Maybe I am still thinking I am the body, I am the mind. But see, when it says this way, every one of us, only we are to focus what we are. So it says that this self, which is self-luminous, cannot be expressed. In reality, everyone is the free, ever free Atman. Bondage to this world and freedom from it are in truth an imagination of mind. So this is the conclusion. What he says? Ayameva hite bandha. In the Ashtavakra Samhita, another great book, it says, this is your bondage. Ayameva hite bandha. That you think that you are bound. You are never bound. You are free all the time. But you don't recognize that and don't want to entertain that idea. As a result, you think that you are bound all the time. That story, the fictitious story, what Sarvadevananda cited that day, is our traditional example. And the horse, the donkey. Donkey, what will happen? The donkey will run away. So somebody tells, okay, I have no rope and running, I got him. They say, okay, you make a fake show of tying his leg. As you do every day in your home, so you try to do like that. And as soon as it is done, the donkey leg becomes steady and it does not move right and left. It is nothing is there, only a fake expression of the taking as if a rope and but he make a noise as he does in his home, and that was done. And whole night the donkey didn't move anywhere. In the morning he is trying to push the donkey is not going away because he thinks his leg is bound. Then he went to the teacher and came back. So I am in trouble, the donkey is not moving anymore. Well, you do a fake sound and turn your rope, fake rope, with your hand posture gesture, and then you see what happened. And he came, make a fake gesture and posture with the hand, as if he's untying the rope, touching his leg this way, that way, and the donkey started walking. So this is the condition of us. We have already, in our imagination, we have created a thing that I am bound, and I am crying, oh, who are there, please help me to get out of the bondage. And not believing that I am not bound, just let loose your attachment. You are free now. This is a very important point in our personal life. Look at your personal life. When you get a good blow from your own friends and relatives and it's painful, I cannot bear it, and how can he say that, how can she do like that, how? And we can cry and weep and do everything. But as soon as you say, I don't care, detach, all load goes away in a split second. Because you give value to the world becomes valuable to you. You give value to any person, that person becomes valuable to you. The moment you say it is, I don't care for that, it becomes now nobody. So it is all in the mind. So I am bound is a misconception. I will be free, that's a misconception. If I am not bound, what is the question of my freedom? This book talks about that. You are not baddha, you are not mukta. The question of bondage and freedom is a fictitious thing. It's mind creating this concept that I was bound, I will be free. No, you are bound all the time. You are free all the time. You are faking that you are bound. He also gives another example. The one person just, the student came to learn from the teacher and to say, "Sir, I am bound. How can I be free?" And then says, okay, the student stayed with the teacher, and next morning the teacher went and embraced a tree and holding his hand, and they started crying. "Oh, who is there? Please free me, please free me, please free me." And the student came forward and said, "What is this? No one has bound you. Why not you take your hands off?" "No, I am bound, I am bound. No one has tied you with anything. You are embracing this way. Let your hand go out. You are free. Who is binding you?" This is the question. We have created our mind in such a way that I am bound, I am bound, I am limited, I am body, I am mind, I am my emotions, I am my ego, and connected with that whatever in the world we entangle, and we become slaves of the situation. But we are ever free. Just say that I am that, and no one can bind. So Vedanta is a very powerful tool which gives us the freedom in your own hand, not some extraterrestrial God sitting somewhere with a rod in the hand to straighten you and lead you to heaven. No, it is freedom is in your hand. You want to be bound, you are bound. Get out of it, you can be free now. So this is the greatest teaching. So every enlightened soul has the same awakening, but attempts to express it gives rise to dogmas and disputes. Now you see the bold line. The Vedanta conveys the same message of freedom to all. In reality, every single being is free. Did you get on page 25, XXB? Bold lines. Visible objects, births. In reality, every single being